Hey friends, welcome to my channel. Let's get crafting.
I cannot tell you how excited I am about this DIY that I'm going to be sharing with you. It's something that I saw a long time ago that was being sold for a ton of money, and I thought I could totally make that super cost friendly. So I picked up these spoons from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using 5 of them. And what we're going to need to do is we are going to hammer out the spoon so it's flat, just like I'm doing here. And once you've got it nice and flat, you're then going to take some pliers and you're going to bend it 2 times. You're going to bend it a little bit down on the handle, and then you're going to go out just a little bit and bend it 1 more time. And you can use whatever you need to be able to get these bends. I found that the further you go down on the spoon's handle, the harder it gets to bend it. So if you need maybe some strong muscles, maybe, call upon someone in the home that is able to do this part. But this is such a fun project, and just wait until you see what this is going to turn into. So here I am, I'm just taking my spoon and I'm just bending it out and making sure I shape it, and then I lined it up with the next one to make sure that the bends are all in the right place. Now this next part is one that I'm going to warn you all to be careful with. When you are drilling in, you're going to want to make sure you're drilling into some kind of wood underneath it as a base. And then the other thing is you want to be careful with when you're drilling it, because the spoon might want to spin, and if your hand is in the way and it gets hit, it could cut your hand. It also could really hurt. I actually had it happen twice while I was doing this, and I'll tell you, it actually really hurt. So once you've got enough of those holes drilled, you're just going to do 1 in each spoon and then set them to the side. I learned with that first hole that I drilled, and then after that I was really cautious. So I'm just telling you all, it's really easy to do with a drill, but just make sure you don't hurt your hand by keeping it out of the way. Now we're going to move on to that wood, and I just lightly sanded it down to make sure there was no rough edges first, and then I went in with some water, black paint, and brown paint to create a stain really quickly. And then I'm now going to take some screws and screw all of my spoons into the wood, because we are making a hanging rack. And you can use this for so many different things, but today I have a theme that I'm doing, which is going to be kitchen DIYs using Dollar Tree supplies. I thought it would be really fun to do something a little different and focus on the kitchen and things that we can put in our homes in the kitchen to be able to use daily. I actually have this theme that I'm going to be carrying over into the next day, which is Wednesday. So come back if you want to see more kitchen DIYs. But for today, these projects I think are just so cute, and this one is totally my favorite that I did, which is why I'm sharing it first. So once you've got all your spoons on there, just make sure you push them in place, position them right, and then you're going to take it and flip it over. Now I needed something to hang them up with, and then I had this thought, wait a second, I can use one of the little handles that you use to open up a soda can, a washer, and a screw. I don't know why I got so excited about this, but I just, for some reason it popped into my head and it worked out like a charm. It was so perfect. So you're going to want to put something underneath it to make sure it's propped up, or you could also put this on before you do the spoons, and then you're just going to screw it into place, and it makes the perfect thing to be able to help hang it up. Now we're going to make it even cuter, because I just can't help myself. We could stop here or we could keep going. And you know me, I love to keep going here on my channel. So I'm going to take these little garden tags. You've been seeing me use these a lot here on my channel recently. I'm going to add some wood glue so it really bonds well. And then I'm also going to add some hot glue for that long-term, short-term hold. Like I talk about a lot here, you want to make sure it goes on forever, but it also can dry quickly with that hot glue. So I'm going to put one in front of each spoon. I just think that this is so cute with these little tags. And then again, couldn't help myself. I could have stopped there, but I decided to also paint numbers on each tag. So I decided to go with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But how cute could this be if you were to put an initial for someone's name, if they wanted to hang up, their coat by the front door, or you could put in your kitchen like I'm planning on using to hang up all of our towels and cloths to let them dry when we're using them while we're doing dishes or just cleaning in general. And it just looks so pretty. You could also hang wreaths on this. You could do so many cool things. So here it is. Are you ready to see it? Today I am partnering up with Rhea over at Rhea's World of Ideas. She is the cutest thing, you guys, and she has been so sweet and friendly, and I love her content. She has a lot of fun hauls that she does, a lot of crafts, some vlogs. She's adorable. Go check her out and let her know that I sent you over. Give her a little heart and just tell her that I said hi. And if you're coming over from Rhea's channel, welcome. My name is Heidi Sonboul and I love DIYing. Our next DIY is going to be using these 2 shower rings and these burner covers. There are 2 in a pack, a larger and a smaller one. And when I saw this, I thought I could turn this into a Lazy Susan. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take our shower rings and we're going to mark them so that they're the same on both and cut them. So these are going to become the handles, and we're going to use some E6000 to put them on so they have that long-term bond. But don't put them on yet because we're going to flip it over. And we're going to have that smaller tray that you would use on your oven, and we're going to center it as much as we can, and then take some dowels from the craft section at the Dollar Tree, cut them down, and then put them down with some hot glue and some E6000. Make sure you don't go into the area where the pan's going to be, but make sure you get the sizing right. And then you're going to double them up. So don't just do one. I stacked another one on top so it's a little bit higher, where it's concealed underneath the pan. It's the perfect size, but it'll also keep that lid staying right in its place. So now we're going to take that shower curtain hook that we had earlier, and we're just going to put that right down on there and make it stay for that long-term hold. You can add a little bit of hot glue. I decided not to. I just went with the E6000 because it dried pretty quick when you set a fan on it. And then once it was totally dried, I'd spray painted the 2 different lids black. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking some foam core board and I'm going around in the perfect size circle to fit into the smaller one. Now I know that these are super popular and you guys have all seen these with these cake pans, but the thing about the cake pans is that they look like cake pans. So when you put these marbles in and you line this tray right up on top, it looks exactly like a super expensive Lazy Susan. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are enjoying my channel, click that subscribe button because I've got new videos all the time here on my channel throughout each new week. Our next project is going to be using these 3 adorable glass jars that I found in their glass home plate section. I don't know what that section is called, but I love these 3 jars. I thought they were so pretty. I love the detail on them. So I took them outside, I spray painted the glass white, and I spray painted the lids black. And you all know that I do love that farmhouse look. So you could decide not to rough up the paint, but I'm going to. You could stop at that point of spray painting or go a little further like I'm doing here. And I'm just going to rough them up with some sandpaper real quick and give them some personality because I wanted that design to come through. They looked so like 1940s. I don't know how else to explain them. I just loved the way that this glass looked. And then because they had that perfect rectangle on the front, I thought it would be so pretty to paint on numbers, and these could be so cute in your kitchen to be able to put some treats in them, or you can use them to display utensils, whatever you want. So I'm coming in with my black paint, and you can see here, if you're a longtime follower on my channel, you will know that I love to hand paint letters, and I use the cap of my paint bottles because I feel like I have better control when I'm painting my letters and numbers. But I'm just going in and taking my time with my little fine tip small brush, and I'm just going over those pencil lines and coloring them in just like you would with a coloring book. And I have so many people all the time saying I'm not good at hand painting, but I wasn't good either in the beginning, and I just kept practicing and practicing, and the more you do it, the more muscle control you'll get over your hand. Once those numbers were all dried, I took some Mod Podge to seal them in forever because I think this just looks so cute and I don't ever want to change it. I made sure I went over all of the white surface except for where the lid would screw on. I wanted to make sure I didn't gum that area up so that it would screw on and off perfectly. And when you're done, you can display them so cute in your kitchen. Now, if you haven't heard, I host a monthly challenge called the DIY Challenge. This coming month, it's on May 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where there will be a playlist that goes live and you can add to it if you're a YouTuber. I welcome all sorts of channels, newcomers, oldies but goodies. Go ahead and join it. I would love for you to take part in it. It's such a fun challenge, and this month you can do whatever you want as long as it's a DIY and you show at least one project. Also, don't forget to follow the rules and give me credit for being the host of the challenge. Okay, now this isn't a kitchen theme, but I wanted to share it because I showed it over on my home channel, Styled in the Room, but I didn't actually get to share me making it. So I found this really cute mirror at the thrift store. The gold was pretty, but it was kind of getting lost on the wall that I was going to put it on. And so what I decided to do was go in with some white paint, and I just tapped it down into all of this different texture and just beautiful ornate mirror. And then once I got it to the point that I really loved how it looked, I just kept tapping it. I didn't want to completely go into every crevice because I wanted it to look, you know, weathered and just pretty detail to it. I then took some sandpaper and sanded it down. If you want to see the reveal of this room, I will go ahead and link it at the end of this video. It was a little space that I did in my daughter's room, and it was just such a cute DIY, and I DIY'd this shelf over there on the channel, so go over and check it out. I think you will really enjoy it. The shelf only cost $4 to make.
Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone, and until the next episode, bye friends.